Good morning, student. Today, let me discuss the topic on viscosity of liquid. Here, suppose assume there is a fixed corner. What is a fixed obstacle? Now, imagine when a liquid flows around a fixed obstacle, it experiences the frictional force. So, example, liquid is flowing like this. It is some stone or somewhere here. Like liquid slowly is flowing here around the obstacle. When the liquid flows around the obstacle, it experiences a fluid friction. It experiences a fluid friction. At relatively lower speed, if the velocity is less than certain, is the lower speed, the flow of liquid around the obstacle, the flow of the liquid obstacle is smooth and regular. If this is an obstacle, it is like this, it is very smooth and regular. The liquid friction is then, here the liquid friction, no? The liquid friction or viscous force, can call viscous force, directly proportional to the speed or velocity. If it is very slow, so that the speed is slow, then you can call it as a regular. It is the flow is what? The flow is very regular, and the flow of liquid under this circumstance, the flow of liquid under this circumstance is said to be laminar flow. We can call it laminar flow. What is the laminar flow? If the velocity is low and the liquid flows around the fixed obstacle, the flow is what? Smooth and regular. Right? Such flow is called regular flow. Here, if you take any point, say I'll take one particular curve like this. Now you take this particular point. The flow of the liquid under this circumstance is laminar, I said. At every point in the liquid, you take this point. Every point in a liquid in a laminar motion. Here the velocity, you take the velocity. Here V1, here also V1, here also V1, here also V1. The velocity remains constant with respect to time. Everywhere the velocity remains constant. It will not change. It does not depend on time. Velocity remains constant everywhere. Here V1, V1. Say it is 10 meter per second. Say. We can draw a line. That means we can draw a line in a fluid such that every point of the line shows the direction of the velocity. At this point, draw a tangent, direction of the velocity. At this point, draw a tangent, direction of the velocity. Such a line, this line is called streamline. Now, what about this one? This is V2. Here also V2, V2, V2. The velocity remains constant. That means 12 meter per second. Here 14 meter per second, like this. Can you follow? Therefore, the velocity remains constant. Such line is called streamline. This is called streamline. For this reason, laminar flow is also called streamline flow or streamline flow. Why do we call the streamline flow? The velocity remains constant with respect to the time in a given streamline. On the other hand, when the speed increases to certain level, then what? Turbulent is certain. See, symmetrically. Right? Turbulent sits at a certain stage. Right? So it is symmetric. so that the frictional force or viscous force or frictional force directly proportional to square of the velocity. Now, if the velocity is increases further rapidly, what will happen? Turbulent. It's called turbulent, sitting symmetrically, right? And eddy current formed, right? This is called what? Eddy current. Eddy currents are formed behind the obstacle. This is obstacle now. Eddy current formed behind the obstacle. They are symmetrically with the lines. See, they are symmetrically with lines. Line of motion. This is line of motion, is it not? They are symmetrically with the line of motion. This is, you understood, right? This second, first part, this is second part. Suppose if the speed is increases further, what will happen? If this is an obstacle, if the speed is increases further, it will not be symmetrical. The frictional force also see increases here. The frictional force also, viscous force increases further, and the frictional force directly proportional to cube of the velocity. The eddy current now formed are not symmetrical. They are not. Here it is symmetrical, it is not symmetrical. In pairs, they are symmetrical in pair. Here they are not symmetrical in pair, but they are an alternate, right? There will be an alternate eddy currents are formed on either side. Therefore, the strings of this is also called whirlpool, WH, whirlwind. These are called whirlpool, right? Whirlwind. And these are sometimes they called Kármán trails, but it's not required for you. But we are going to discuss only this, not these two. Can you follow? Therefore, you must know what is streamline flow. Okay, what do you mean by streamline flow? That means our laminar flow. Now, here, see, I will tell you what is called frictional force. What is coefficient of friction and all this. See, I will write like this. This is the fast moving layer. The layer just below this, it is not that much fast. And the layer just below that again, the velocity decreases. This is when a liquid flowing in a streamline, the more rapidly moving layer. This is more rapidly moving layer. So I'll imagine, just imagine this position. This is the first layer. Below that what? Second layer. Below that, third layer. Now this is the fixed side. It's the ground level you can call. The velocity is 0 like this. You can write like this. Okay. Your velocity is 0. Here it has certain velocity. Maybe say 8 meter per second. This may be 10 centimeter per second. This is 6 centimeter per second. If this is V, and if you take this is X is the distance from the fixed point to any one of the layer, any one of this layer, right? And this is say dx. I'll write this is dx. This is also dx. Distance between the two layers. If you take this is V plus dV. This is V minus dV. When a liquid flowing in a streamline, more rapidly moving, it tends to speed up this lower layer. This tends to moving the layer, tends to drag them. See, this is a slow moving layer. Therefore, when liquid flowing in a streamline, the more rapidly moving layer tends to drag tends to pull this. It tends to pull pull this layer, this one it tends to pull the layer. At the same time, this tends to drag, right? The more slowly moving layer tends to retard. This is what? Retard. This one retard this fast moving layer. This fast moving layer tends to speeds up the layer. It accelerates the movement. Therefore, the more slowly moving layer tends to retard the adjacent layer, that is faster moving layer. The faster moving layer try to accelerate the slower moving layer. Across this boundary between the two adjacent layers, there will be a tangential force. There is a tangential force, right? There is a tangential force. This tangential force of the liquid is called viscous force. It's called for viscous force, right? This fast moving layer, this is a slower moving layer. It want to accelerate it, it want to retard this. Therefore, there is a tangential force between these two layers. It's called the viscous force. And if A is the area, the viscous force is directly proportional to area, right? Or area of this laminar, right? And this viscous force is also directly proportional to velocity gradient. What is velocity gradient? Now, dv is change in velocity with respect to distance. The distance is perpendicular to the direction of the flow. Remember. Okay? Here, the fast moving, see here, distance is what? Perpendicular. Okay? To the distance. That means here dx by dt is velocity gradient. Let v be the velocity of the layer, say suppose CD, I'll write it. Say CD. Okay. Now v plus dv is the velocity of AB. AB and CD. This is EF, I'll write it. Then what? dv by dt is called rate of change of velocity with respect to what distance. The distance is normal. This is very, very important. Normal to the distance is what? Normal to the flow. Normal means perpendicular to the flow. That's very important. Therefore, rate of change of velocity with respect to distance. The distance is measured normal to the direction of the flow. It's also called velocity gradient. Therefore, combining these two, what do I write? The viscous force is directly proportional to area and viscous directly proportional to velocity gradient. Velocity gradient is what? dv by dx. Therefore, viscous force is equal to minus eta a dv by dx. Now, this is also called tangential force, they call it, right? And this is called coefficient of viscosity. This constant is called eta. It's called coefficient of viscosity. The negative sign shows that viscous force opposes the motion. Viscous force opposes the motion. Therefore, who did this? This is what? Newton. Newton found that the viscous force or tangential force on the layer of the liquid is directly proportional to the area of the laminar and directly proportional to velocity gradient, right? Perpendicular to the layer. Now, how to define this? You can easily define this. If A is equal to 1 meter square area, if dv by dx is equal to 1 meter per second, then what do you write this one? Tangential force is equal to minus eta, this is 1, this is 1. Therefore, coefficient of viscosity is what? Numerically equal to tangential force. Numerically equal to tangential force per unit area. Per unit velocity gradient This velocity gradient perpendicular to the direction of the flow. Perpendicular to the direction of the streamline flow. Can you follow? This definition is very, very important. 1 mark they'll ask. Right? Therefore, coefficient of viscosity is what? Numerically equal to. Right? Numerically equal to tangential force per unit area. Right? And the resistance of the flow of 2 layers, right? Having unit velocity gradient perpendicular to the streamline flow. Therefore, they will ask you for 1 mark for this. Can you follow? Then you know what you mean by streamline flow, what is turbulent flow, and all that. And in streamline flow, 2 things you have to remember. When a liquid in a streamline flow, the velocity, as I said, the velocity remains constant. It may be streamline, may be a curve, or sometimes it is straight line. Right? The streamline may be curve or straight line. Now, if you draw a tangent at any point on the line, gives direction of the flow. Which is the direction of the flow here? Draw a tangent. Which is the direction of the flow? Draw a tangent. Which is the direction of the flow? Draw a tangent. Therefore, tangent at any point on the line gives direction of the flow at the point. See, the streamline never cross each other. The streamline never. There is no lateral mixing. No lateral mixing. If the velocity is greater than certain value, this is called critical value. Right? You will get what? Turbulent. Turbulent. Okay? Turbulently highly irregular. It forms an eddy current and whirlpool. Right? Here the path and velocity, the path also changes. Velocity also changes constantly. Right? Next I have to tell you, see, all these things I will be sending you the notes now. This form the first set of notes. Right? Therefore, go through the book and see here, only things I have given the definition of viscosity. Okay. Therefore, and what is streamline flow?